We employ people purely on merit, round pegs in round holes, period. There are so many people who work for me whose hometown I don't even know. I don't even know them anyway. I don't have to know them. Because see, we want to be objective. If I could do that in my own small business, I think Nigeria has every reason to expect from me a clear vision when it comes to the management of the affairs of the country as a whole. Quite obviously, we need to earn more foreign exchange. We shall therefore put in place policies that will broaden the foreign exchange earning capacity of the nation. We will pursue exports and local sourcing for industry. We shall aggressively pursue the implementation of the LNG project if the logjam on the gas project has not already been broken by this administration, by this current one. We shall maximize the nation's return from oil by turning over future investment to the private sector and by removing the complex structures which makes NMPC's accountability and assessment of efficiency almost impossible. You see, there are so many layers upon layers built on this simple thing, crude oil. I don't even know whether it's oil or some mystery around it that is taking the money from the central bank. You see, I think we would demystify all these things. In my government, the daily export of crude will be published and the price at which it is sold. You see, the issue of planned implementation is simple. You see, public things are not private. We have National Assembly now. They will do their job. They review the expenditure of government and will hold public hearing. We will no longer be hearing of monetary circulars from central bank without the bankers being told. The bankers will have to be involved. You see, like I said, every effort has been made in the past to shake people's head in their absence. It must stop. I mean, it won't be allowed. I mean, the cumulative wisdom of all the bankers would have seen us out of the problem we have in this country today. But some people, they come from IMF or they come from World Bank. What do they know about Nigeria? You see, the most brilliant doctor in Norway might not have seen malaria in his life. So bringing him here and imposing him as a medical director is like sending everybody to the grave. You see, I think all that nonsense will stop. I rely on Nigerians to keep Nigeria running efficiently, and that's what it is. You see, there will be a few foreigners who will be recommended by our people, not those who will be imposed by some foreign authorities over us. We are an independent republic under God, or aren't we? Part of the problem is that it's always very difficult to ensure federalism under the centralist military government. But that will change. You had it very recently. Orders being given by the military president of the country to the governors of the states. That is not in accordance with our constitution. Maybe the problem arose because we allowed this diarchy. Because what we have now is a diarchy. We have the civilian regime everywhere else, but having a military head. The body is civilian, the head is military. It is this funny animal that we have at the moment that is giving difficulties to everybody. Nobody seems to know what to call it. If you look at the head, you see the military. If you look at every other part of the body, you see civilian. What is it? Is it a civilian government we have now or military? I think it's a quasi-military concussion of governance. And it is this type of thing that has created that. But quite candidly, that is the thing. People don't realize that what we are talking about is the changeover of that head, the movement of the head, so that we have a full civilian government in Nigeria. Every soldier is gone. You sometimes don't remember that. But every soldier has practically left the government, except the president alone. And that is why so where the president himself becomes the umpire in a case in which he's directly involved the only one involved. You can see the problem of objectivity there. There is plenty of hope that there's no doubt at all that the president and the military government will leave office on the 27th of August. And there might be need to meet and discuss some details. And I'm always ready and willing to discuss details. This is not a civilian versus military situation. A preponderant majority of the Nigerian military and their family voted overwhelmingly for me in the last election. So there was no question of the military. There are quite a few, just a few officers who probably are unhappy about the changes. We will give them all the assurances they need. There is room for every Nigerian, especially the top officers who have been trained at tremendous cost to the taxpayers of Nigeria. The list of people which people have alleged have been prepared by me for dismissal or retirement is not true. I have no such list. We need all the soldiers we have in the Nigerian army, especially the senior ones who have been trained at considerable cost to the taxpayers of our country. It will continue off and on until the military release the result of the June 12 election and put the democratically elected president, who is myself, in charge of affairs. I won't go to it. I won't encourage my supporters to go to it. I will fight for peace, and we will get peace. But see, we do not want the peace of a graveyard, a peace whereby somebody continues to ride on the rest of us with a gun. We will get peace, but we'll get peace with decency and integrity and honesty and probity and democracy.
Detailed review of the observations of witness present at the time of death, we believe that poisoning was extremely unlikely. Concerns have been expressed to the investigative team about the medical treatment that Chief Abiola received during his 4 years of imprisonment. We believe that these concerns are understandable and deserve further consideration. A definitive answer to this question is beyond the scope of the current investigation. It is our opinion that the mechanism of death is due to a rapid deterioration in a diseased heart.